Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dota Yoshi, bringing to you another Dota 2 presentation. Today, we have on the Cybergamer Ladder, GangBangers, who are currently ranked 7th, up against Instinct, who are ranked 13th. So far for Instinct, they have picked up the Magnus and the Lifestealer combination, with the Darkseer and Batrider banned out. On GangBangers, Druid has been picked up with the Coral and the Nyx Assassin banned out, and they do pick up the Rubik and the Weaver. So we have the two carries coming out by GangBangers, seeing what kind of lane they want to go for. We'll see probably a late game going on here. We'll have the Lone Druid in that off lane. Weaver could possibly be in mid, or he might be being babysat by the Rubik and the next support to come out. We'll see how they want to go here. On Instinct, they pick up the ban. So they have the great reverse polarity by the Magnus, Lifestealer, who is always known and classified as one of the strongest carries in the game, purely because that rage does so much. That's 6 seconds invulnerability of, well, magic immune damage from level 1, or not level 1, but just throughout the entire game. It's 6 seconds consistently, whereas a BKB will wear off over time. You've got a free BKB at 6 seconds the entire way through the game. I think it's, let's have a look. Yeah, duration 6 seconds. I'm not mistaken. And we see the Lina being banned out by GangBangers, and we see a mid hero from Instinct being banned out. We see the GangBangers taking out that Lina purely because that ban. You have your Nightmare, you set that up into Lina's Light Strike away, and then you've got your chain stuns there, you've got your burst damage ready to come flying out. Instinct, they don't believe GangBangers are gonna run the mid wheeler, so they're gonna start banning out some mid heroes. We might see a Puck banned out after this Corp, because up against this Magnus, Corp and the Puck are probably the two hardest mid heroes to go against. Corp with that constant harassment, Magnus can usually win, but Corp will usually win the runes, so then that's where Magnus starts to fall out over time. And Puck, if played well enough, will dodge all of them into the phase shift and just be able to probably control the runes as well. We see the Jakiro now banned out. They're trying to get rid of all the supports to possibly combination with that ban hero. And by Instinct, I'm looking forward to this Puck. I'm saying this Puck's gonna be banned out. It's what I presume. If it doesn't get banned out, I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised. There we go. That's the Puck. You weren't fooling anyone, Instinct. So now back to GangBangers. They still need to pick. They're gonna be looking for their support soon. They'll be picking up their support and a mid hero by the looks of it. I don't think they're gonna run the mid Weaver. It's usually a bit strange, but then again, so is having the Lone Druid and the Weaver. Usually you run the Lone Druid or the Weaver in together with each other, and we do see the Leshrac banned out, the next logical pick in the bands that GangBangers are going for. So they've banned out those 3 major support heroes that usually combo well with the Shadow Demon, which surprisingly enough neither side's picked up. Usually Shadow Demon is that tier 1 big pickup, usually either first or second hero taken on teams if he's not already banned out. And so Instinct, they'll be looking to pick up and possibly ban their final mid hero. Who could they ban out? They might look at banning this Gyrocopter out. GangBangers might want to get greedy and ban out this final Gyrocopter. I can't see him doing that at the moment though, because GangBangers will be wanting pretty efficient mid hero, and a Gyro can go 1-for-1 with that Magnus, with that flat cannon, but it is a bit risky, especially since once Magnus hits that level 6 up against the cooldown of Gyrocopter, usually you see the Magnus win with that RP, skewer, and the shockwave combination come flying out. And we will, for Instinct, actually both teams are going for kind of a late game. I mean, Lone Druid will start to pick up mid-game to late. Weaver will start to be picking up mid-game. Until he gets a few items up and run on him, Weaver's not too proficient unless you're being caught out of position. Lifestealer, that open wounds is probably one of the best slows in the game. It's almost Venomancer level. He's got a very good slow. He's got great initiation, his rage. So Lifestealer is pretty much good the entire game. The damage output of him is more than enough that you need early game. So we'll still be waiting for the final ban out by Instinct. They're trying to think of who they want to pick off. I might be thinking a Storm Spirit ban to try and get him off. No, they're going to pick off that Chen. Gotta make sure they don't have that heals on GangBangers' side. So now we look at GangBangers. They're gonna be looking for their final support hero, unless they're running support Weaver, but that's not gonna happen. We still got a Wisp in the pool. Wisp combination with another major carry hero by GangBangers could be pulled off if they want to run that route. They can have the Weaver off lane, they can have the Lone Druid safe lane, or switch them around, and then have that Rubik rotation. Have a Wisp and possibly we got a PL still up in the pool. Sven. We got a Chaos Knight, so we could see a Wisp Chaos Knight come out. So I'm not quite sure whether GangBangers want to run it at the moment. They might want to pick up the Nature's Prophet and go for a bit of more of a push style build. Who else do we have in the pool? We got a few heroes that could be possibly picked up very shortly. We could. I'm not too sure. Like, GangBangers, you've stumped me. They pick up the Visage, or Visage, however you want to call it. I'm gonna call it Visage because that's the way I call it. You got a problem with it? Get out. Nah. So the strange pickup by the Visage is got. If you can micro him, he's played well. In pubs, he fails miserably. But looking at GangBangers, be able to play this Visage well if they can get his level 6 up, get his, what are they called? Familiars, of course they're familiars. Get those familiars up and running, he'll be able to do quite a lot of damage. So we're looking at GangBangers trying to get that Visage up on level 6, but I think he will be running that support with the Rubik. At 12 seconds reserve time of Instinct, they're really pushing it to the limit. Still not sure what they want to pick up. They pick up the Venomancer. So they have two of the best slows at level 1. Especially with Venomancer. Venomancer will, if he doesn't get his levels up early in game, he will fall behind. He will become squishy. He will become meat for GangBangers. Venomancer is one of those heroes. He's fantastic for the first 3 levels. And if you don't get any more levels, if he doesn't stay up in front, well, in about mid-range of the levels, mid to carry potential levels, he will fall behind, he will fall off, he will start to become pretty much fresh meat as those poisons ticking off start to become nullified by the health pools of GangBangers or the magic communities coming up. So we're looking to see some good roaming coming out by the Venomancer and Bane at the start of the game, especially if they're going to be tri-laned up against this lifesteal. The open wounds will come out, then comes onto the Gale, so it's going to be slow for, how long slow? 15 seconds, so there's going to be a 21 second slow. I think that's 8 seconds. Oh, even longer. We're going to have a 23 second slow at level 1. That's beyond ridiculous. So if they're doing the tri-lane, GangBangers are going to have to be extremely careful, as they do have the Rubik, the Visage. The Juggernaut's just going to be out spinning where he will get out of there pretty fine. But GangBangers, the supports are going to have to be extremely careful against this rotation of the Venomancer. And even the Bane to set him up for that Nightmare into the Gale. Because the Gale still applies when you're in the Nightmare. You just miss out on your first tick because they're magic immune, theoretically, because of that Nightmare. But then the rest of the ticks will go off on the Venomancer, and as well as apply the slow. And we do see the Juggernaut picked up by GangBangers. So we have the Captain on Instinct on that Gyrocopter, Cyrix. Being played on the carry, lifesteal will be Crimson. Following them is Exemi, hopefully Exemni. I'm gonna call you X. I'm sorry because I've butchered your name up, but I'm gonna call you X. X on the Bane. We have the Venomancer being played by Brotato, and finally on that Magnus, almost a lifestealer again, is Afterlife. On GangBangers we have the Captain playing that Rubik will be Kia. As I get added to the friends list by both sides, we have Nai on that Visage. On that Weaver we have Onion Head. So we got a vegetable on each side at least. On that Lone Druid we got Yiffin WXY. And finally, played mid Juggernaut, so he's gonna be up against that Magnus most likely. Will be, or forget your name, Gun in there. Sorry I've butchered your name too. I'm gonna call you Gorn. I hope that's Gorn? Yawn. Yeah, I should really learn to say names. Possibly look into it a bit before the matches, but then everyone's name always change and it wouldn't do me any good. So we see the Lone Druid's Spirit Bear just spouting scouting around, spotting out where everyone is. We'll see a haste being spotted out by this Venomancer. Our lone druid shouldn't have too much of a hard time. He's probably going to be better than the other lanes up against this tri-lane down bottom. He looks like to be rotating into the jungle because he does know that Venomancer and Bane is down bottom. So he knows he's not going to have good time up against that tri-lane. So he's just going to rotate into the jungle. Maybe they're rotating him top. They might see initiation mid. Oh, we got the lifestealer mid. This is some very strange lanes coming out by both sides here. And we have a rotation by GangBangers, bringing the Visage, Rubik, and down at the bottom with that Weaver. So they're going to go tri-lane up against tri-lane. We do have some counter revs out for that Bane, and they did see that ward being placed out. So we'll see that be counter warded soon. Yeah, Bane's walking over there right now to go counter ward that stuff. Well, Magnus picking up tangos and himself, so he's not going for that early bottle build, purely because he's not in mid lane. Now in bottom lane, this is where the action should be. Knowing my luck, someone will die in mid lane, and I'm not going to be a happy chappy. We see Juggernaut picking up another level in his healing ward. He's only got 3 tangos on him. He's got to be careful because Lifestealer is pulling out a fair bit of damage. He doesn't have that open wounds up or available skill to him at the moment, so Juggernaut's got to be doing not going to be too fine. He's going to leave that healing ward up on the cliff there. He's just going to be healed up. Lifestealer just going to take down that healing ward. He's going to try and get this Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to spin, rage up by the Lifestealer. Lifestealer's going to turn around and throw out some auto attacks. He doesn't have that open wounds up, so he's not going to be able to chase down that Juggernaut. Juggernaut will probably be going. He's got 495. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Boots coming out, but since the way his mid's going, he might pick up a bottle to be able to control mid better. He have that mana to spin and bottle back up after all the harassment from the Lifesteal comes out. We do see in mid lane, we got Lifesteal's winning in farm. He's got 9 for 2 up against Juggernaut's 6 for 0. Down on bottom lane, Gyrocopter's not doing too bad hidden under this tower. He's sitting on 7 for 2. He is beating their Weaver, who is 4 for 3. And we see Rubik just trying to get whatever he can pick off over here. He's got, I think, possibly a creep kill too. So he's going to be happy with that. Even unfortunately, the entire wave died for them. So it's a wave of XP down for this Weaver and Visage. So we got Visage still on level 1, Weaver still on level 1, Gyrocopter sitting on that level 3, so he's going to be quite happy with that. Bane and Venomancer. Okay, Bane's almost on level 2. Venomancer's just sitting behind a bit. They're not looking to rotate in for a kill yet. We'll see that very soon. Maybe a level 4 from Gyrocopter getting that level 2 rocket barrage coming out. Might see quite a lot of damage come flying out from that Gyrocopter, especially with that level 2 rocket barrage. Especially when it hits level 3, anyone's dead. They got a rocket coming out. They do have a sentry ward for this Weaver. We see Visage throwing out his Grave Chill, sorry. I'm talking about the wrong one. So he throws out his Soul Chill, but it's not going to do too much damage. And they're not going to chase down on that rocket. Weaver did go into his Shikuchi to dodge that missile. Juggernaut did pick up that bottle. He's not going to be able to find the rune top, so he's just going to rotate down bottom. He's going to miss out a creep wave of experience, but he did push out that lane, so he can get at least one lane, but he's going to miss out, I'd say, a good 2 or 3 creeps. He's going to pick up that invis. They throw him down bottom. He's not going to rotate. They're going to ping him, so Lifestealer does know what's in the bottle. Should know what's coming at him. We're going to see the 2 supports and even the Weaver come over to try and stop this pull. Seen 2 creeps fall to this Radiant side. Another one, Venomancer's got his level 2 now. So the supports are doing well at stacking and double stacking by instinct. Being able to try and deny as much creeps as possible. GB's not being able to get much. Gale on 2, possibly 3. No, he only got on 2. The lift comes up on the Bane. Bane's going to turn around. He's going to throw out his branch staff very shortly onto the Weaver. Weaver will fall to the Venomancer. Venomancer's going to turn around, start taking down this Visage. Visage's gone. The dots will kill him. And we got Gyrocopter finishing off the Rubik. So it's a 3-man wipe on the bottom lane in favour of Instinct. They're going to be extremely happy with that. Unfortunately, GangBangers, they did try and come get some farm off this creeps. They got a few of the kills. Look, fantastic Gale out on 2, slowed down the 2 heroes that didn't have the invisibility. However, Weaver did try and stay around a bit. Ward got popped, Weaver fell, Rubik fell, and then finally the Visage also fell. So great play coming out by Instinct. They're going to be winning this lane by a fair bit now. GangBangers, it's going to be hard for them to try and catch up now in this lane. After that 3-man wipe, we're sitting on level 2, and level 2 against a Bane level 3, Gyrocopter level 5, who hasn't skilled anything. I think he got some points in stats, which I think he probably misclicked that, so he's going to miss out on his Rocket Barrage and pick up those level of stats. Juggernaut does get a kill in mid lane with the Omni Slash would have went off. Yep, Omni Slash went off. Was enough to finish off Lifestealer by himself. Didn't need to pop that Blade Fury. So Lifestealer was caught out of position. Was either caught out of position or thought he could do a bit more than he could. Didn't have enough time to infest into a creep by the sounds of it. So Juggernaut will pick up a kill there, so he's going to be quite happy in mid lane. Up at top lane, Magnus against this Lone Druid. Lone Druid's got 25, Magnus has got 15. So Lone Druid probably got his Orb of Venom. Yep, Orb of Venom up. So we've seen a lot of harassment. Whenever Magnus tries to get close, this bear will just come down, knock him out of the lane, gets a lucky entangle off. Magnus is just going to have a terrible time. Shockwave coming through. Speaking of entangles, down in bottom lane again, we got another pull coming through, and GangBangers want to try and contest this. Onion Head's going to try and retreat. He's got a missile on him, so he's out of the range by the ward, so he can just Shikuchi from the stun. He almost ran back in the range of that ward. The range was about there, and he got hit there, so he's very lucky he didn't get stunned. If he got stunned there, he would have died. There was no doubt about it. They had the damage. They had the Rocket Barrage, which is still level 2, because I'm guessing Cyrix accidentally leveled up stats, because that level 3 of Rocket Barrage is so extremely powerful. 19 damage every, 10 rockets per second. That's a lot of damage. That's beyond a lot of damage. In mid lane, trade-in hits is the Lifestealer and the Juggernaut. On the courier we have the bottle being refilled for that Juggernaut because he missed out or didn't see the rune spawn down here. There's currently no vision by either side on either runes. As I say that, Bane's going to throw his rune up. They're going to smoke up and they're going to look to rotate mid. So this Juggernaut's got to be extremely careful. He does have that Blade Fury up. He's got Omni Slash in 15 seconds. If they can hit him before that Omni Slash, it's going to be fantastic. If not, the Omni Slash might kill off one of the support heroes, either the Bane or the Venomancer. They're going to come straight past the Vision of the tower. Vision of the tower. Boom, they're in the tower range. He's going to try and run. He's got Blade Fury. He's going to throw up the Blade Fury. A few auto attacks coming out. Do they have enough to finish him off? One more last hit. They're not going to be able to get that last hit. He's got open runes coming out. He's going to turn around and Omni Slash. He finishes off, but the Brain Sap will come out. It was a good trade for the Juggernaut. He will get the kill on that Lifestealer. He will get the XP and gold for it. Bane, he's now hit level 5. Once he hits that level 6, Juggernaut's going to be in some trouble if they try and counter-initiate again. So he's almost on level 6, so he's pretty high up support at the moment. He's in 101. He should be looking to pick up some boots soon. He's got 800 in his gold in his stash, so he can get some boots, get some more wards later on. We have Weaver picking up his Ring of the Basilisk. It's currently not turned on, so he's not going to be pushing this lane. They're trying to keep it as far back as possible. Venomancer doing a great job. He stacked one camp, didn't get the second camp off, which is a bit unfortunate. You think that would be a stack from out there, but apparently not. So Gyrocopter, he's got his power trades up and running. He's got a Ring of Basilisk on his own. We look at the net worth. Lone Druid is on top, sitting at 3k worth, with Gyrocopter sitting 2.6k. Followed by the Juggernaut, Weaver, and then the Magnus. Lifestealer is behind on that farm. He's sitting... Where's his creep kills? He's got 34 creep kills. He's got more than this Juggernaut, but the Juggernaut does have that 2 kills now, and that 1 death, whereas Lifestealer has those 2 deaths. So it's not good. Lifestealer is not off to a great start. He does have those phase boots up and running, that which will help him out. See a Nightmare coming out onto the Rubik. Venomancer taking that off. They're going to come flying through and kill off that Rubik. Fade Bolt's not going to be able to do any damage. Fade Bolt's on level 1. And we might see they need to kill this bug off. Okay, the bug's dead. Never mind. So he will survive. Might see a South be popped onto him. They don't have any Souths. So we'll see Gyrocopter rotate back to base. No, he's not going back to base. What are you up to, Gyrocopter? Just sitting there. You got some tangos on. There we go. It's decided. He's going back to base. He's not going to wait around. We've got a pull coming through. But the Venomancer try and deny off these creeps. Get them some lane position back in their favour. We have Lifestealer salving up in the middle. Last salve. His Infest isn't up for another 80 seconds by the sounds of it. Oh, Juggernaut went for a kill on him. Juggernaut now has that Omni Slash up. So Lifestealer has to be extremely careful. If any of these creeps die, if any of his own creeps die, Juggernaut is just going to jump straight onto him. As you can see right now, he's coming in for it. He's thinking about it. He's not going to do it. We got Rubik rotating past. He's going to start warding up top. They now do have ward on bottom, so both sides have that rune control. He's going to see an Omni Slash, and it's going to get him. Oh no, it's not. He's raging up. He's gonna fall. He needs to run. He doesn't have phase boots up and running, and Juggernaut's gonna get that final hit onto that lifestealer. Lifestealer is just giving these kills away to the Juggernaut. I really think he should just rotate out of the lane, put Magnus into the lane. Maybe try and rotate this tri-lane up top, except I guess Omni Knight, I mean not Omni Knight, Gyrocopter is sitting 37 for 4. He's now losing to, he's losing to the Weaver now. So Weaver's caught back up in farm. He's gone above that farm. If you look at the net worth, Weaver's sitting on top. The top 3 carries by GangBangers, they're going for that greedy build, and at the moment it's paying off. That's not what you want to see or think about when you're Instinct. They need to see a rotation from this Venomancer and Bane again. Try and get those mid lane, especially since there's currently 3 heroes in that mid lane trying to push down that mid tower. Up at top lane, Magnus does have his arcane boots up and running, so he starts saving for that blink soon. He's going to have about a 17-minute blink the way this is going. 18 minutes. If he dies within that time, that's going to be set back by another 5 minutes. Because he's not doing too well up in that top lane, up against that lone druid, who's got 20 more kills than him. 22 more. And 11 more deniers. Down in bottom lane, Weaver's going to Sakuchi away. Ward's going to be placed, but it's not going to be able to get anyone. And they're trying to figure out where he went, and now they've noticed him. They've seen him walk past that ward. Up at top lane, we have a Rubik and the Visage rotating top, hoping to find this Magnus out, but Magnus is playing fantastically defensive. They do have a ward here, so they saw the rotation of those support heroes. And now we've got Juggernaut sneaking behind with the Invis rune. We've got a dead Magnus on our hands. I mean, he might try to RP this. We're not going to see any TPs, but we see a dead Magnus. 3, 2, 1... Oh, he doesn't have enough to Omni Slash. And it's on cooldown. That would have been one dead Magnus. It still can be one dead Magnus. 30 more mana. He might bottle this up and then instantly jump on him. He's gonna bottle up. He's wanding. Omni Slash coming flying out. He's gone. We had a dead Magnus. There was not much he could do there. Once that Omni Slash comes out, it's a level 2. It's just gonna destroy you. 6 jumps at... How much damage do you do? 175 to 250 damage per slash. So, 6 by... Let's go... I've already lost you. Ah. An average of 200 by 6 jumps. Yeah, that's 1200 damage. Theoretically. So that was a dead Magnus. As we saw there. And now he's back in mid lane, farming up those creeps. Juggernaut's pushed himself. He's moving up the ranks with that lone druid. So GangBangers are working their way through this game at the moment. If we look at the golden XP, it's going to be in the wave of GangBangers purely because their 3 carries are able to get that farm of both XP and that gold. We see a rotation of the Juggernaut trying to come in on this Venomancer. Venomancer's going to rightfully back it, so the ward was probably just still up before it ran out. Or Venomancer's just got some great map awareness. Got called by the captain Sirix to get away from that tower. Let the tower down. See, should see a healing ward come out shortly. There we go. This tower's gonna most likely fall. And they're gonna do a trade up top. Magnus, shockwave through these creeps. Oh, you don't have it up. Anyway, we will see a tower trade by Instinct. They're giving up that bottom tower for their top tower. But however, GangBangers are also going to get the mid tower in the process. The push from the Soin Druid, who's now getting a lot of farm up and running. He's got the Armlet Bear currently up and running as well, which some people like to say it's bugged, other people don't. People aren't happy with it. We see a Gale coming out into the Lone Druid, but they're not going to jump on this. We see an Entangle coming out, a Lift, we need an Infest. He's going to get an Infest. He's going to come out, he should have stayed in. He's turning around trying to fight this up, but he's possibly going to die if he doesn't get out of here soon. We see Gyrocopter coming in with that cooldown, he's going to get that Visage. Visage is going to fall. Rubik will fall shortly after. Now we've got a Lone Druid running for his life. He's been Fiend Script. RP is used weirdly, and we see buybacks coming back from the Visage and the Lone Druid. They're going to be TPing back in mid. Jacob's going to man-on-man with this Weaver. Weaver's going to time-lapse, and he's going to get out of there fine. Magnus wasted his RP then. The RP would have been great for this time at the moment. He's got a Shockwave, not going to be able to finish off that Juggernaut. We did see the buyback from the Visage and the Lone Druid, so at the moment, it was worth it for GangBangers, and we see the Weaver diving heavily onto that tower. He wanted that kill. He wanted it hard. Venomancer will get awarded the kill from those two middle towers, both doing damage. So now we'll see the mid tower will fall. There's nothing Instinct can do about it. The cooldown just did come off cooldown for the gyrocopter, but this push with that healing ward currently up is going to be more than enough. Those familiars just scanning things out, trying to pull out the creeps. Cooldown's going to come flying down. It's going to hit on the Visage. Visage is going to be slowed down quite a lot. We've got an open wounds coming out. A few auto attacks. Visage is going to fall. These two are going to run as fast as possible. We see a stun coming out on Lone Druid. Gyrocopter's going to go in for it. He gets a lucky entangle off, but we have lifesteal rotating around. Juggernaut does not have his Omni Slash up. He doesn't have his spin up either, but he's going to be Nightmare. They're still going to chase down this Lone Druid. Another lucky entangle comes out onto the Juggernaut. I mean, not Juggernaut, the lifesteal. We've got an Invisible Root coming down. He's not going to be a runaway. He's got Enfeebled up. And we should see the Juggernaut fall very shortly. And one more auto attack. It will go down to the Gyrocopter. Lone Druid was trying to get off another lucky entangle. He's not going to be able to find it. And Instinct are going to take this game back into their favour. I was going to say grab the game by the balls, but that would have been a bit strange. Anyway, Instinct should be pushing that graph back into their favour. They are 3 towers behind. Wait, 1, 2... 2 towers behind. Oh, I can do maths. So they are 2 towers behind, so they are sitting at 2,000... Okay, they're sitting 3,000 gold. So they're not, theoretically, not too far behind. They're currently in the way of team fights. If we look at the net worth, Juggernaut sitting on 6k, Weaver 6k. They are sitting behind on the farms on their carries, which you don't want to see. We see a dive onto this Lone Druid, Skewer, great up here on the Visage. So we're going to see 2 fall in here to Instinct, and they're going to get this, trade this mid tower, and this is going to signal the Weaver to try and get this bottom tower. Random Lifesteal Illusion down here. So they're going to trade that tower. Gotta shoot back up in that golden XP again. And they're gonna try and... They've pulled this game back into their favour. There's a nice RP. We're gonna smoke up on that Venomancer Lifesteal and the Bane. And we're gonna have to see this Weaver run. He does have a TP. He's still got his time lapse up and running. They do have one ward out ready for him. But will they be able to catch him? We got Weaver hiding. They're gonna... Smoke is gonna pop. They're gonna see him here. They know he's here. We got an Invisible coming out. Shikuchi. Fiend Script. Do we have a Fiend Script? We've got a Fiend Script and we're gonna... Do they have enough damage? 3, 2, 1. Yes, they had enough damage by 0.2 of a second to get that Weaver down. So Weaver's caught out of position. That's going to delay. He's going to go for that Lincoln Sphere. There's no doubt about it. To be able to make sure he doesn't get held like that again, he's going to get that Lincoln Sphere. So Weaver's going to be delayed in that Lincoln Sphere. He's going to move down a bit of his farm. He's about to 6.5. Now he's back down just under 6k. And Gyrocopter's... He's working on his BKB. He's got 500 to go. He gets that BKB. He's going to be doing fairly well. There's minimal magic damage, but there's enough to warrant the BKB. There is enough CC as well with the lift, with the slow, with the stuns by those familiars, if microed correctly. We do have the International Courier. I love that thing. Like my favourite colour. I love that blue. You cute little thing. Can't wait to see what they look like when they're upgraded. Anyway, back to the Gyrocopter. Yeah, he's going to get that BKB. It's going to be enough to warrant a BKB. He's just going to be able to stand in those fights and fight it like a man. But he's got to be careful of that Juggernaut. If that Juggernaut gets that Omni Slash off early, he's going to be in trouble. Magnus just hit his level 11. He's got his level 2 of that Reverse Polarity. Venomancer is trying to get up as much farm as possible. Where's my... Hero level. Aha. Hero level. Juggernaut's out ahead by a mile. He's playing aggressive. He's picked up his Claymore. He'll be searching for that Shadow Blade. Unless he's going to go for a very late Battle Fury, I can't see that happening. So he'll be going for that Shadow Blade. We'll see an Initiation come up on top. Tower's going to get denied. Juggernaut might rotate in after this Tower's been denied. No, they're going to back. They're not going to risk it. Everyone is up there. They've got 2 great aggressive wards to be able to watch this lane. They know where they're rotating the entire time. They're watching them. They can possibly see up on this hill. Can they see up on this hill? Yeah, they can see on this hill. They know what they're up to. So that's a brilliant ward right there. They're not going to be able to... No one's going to guess to counter ward there, are they? Oh, wow. Amazing counter ward coming out by the Bane. So they must have seen him drop it. So it was good awareness by Instinct to be able to see that ward being dropped. And they've pinned a second one there and a third one there. So... It's another ward that's probably going to go down very shortly. We've got some great awareness coming out by Instinct to be able to know where these things are. Juggernaut picks off the Magnus, most likely in the mid lane, not in that bottom lane. So, that Omni Slash will insta-kill anyone. If Magnus is falling down that easy, the rest of these 2 heroes will fall down. Rest of these 4 heroes, what am I saying, 2 heroes? Rest of these 4 heroes will just get destroyed by the Omni Slash. Now we're going to see a rotation onto the Roshan. Bloody Omni Knight, get out of my mind, you sexy devil. So we will be seeing a fight up onto this Roshan. They're going to easily take this down. Healing Ward will come out and keep them all alive. The regen rune was popped, very short-lived. Roshan just thought it would be fun, just turn around, punch him in the face. Destroy that rune. We still got great vision out by GangBangers. 1, 2, and still 3. They're going to be able to see any rotation by GangBangers. Oh, not GangBangers, by Instinct. Okay, I apologize for the names this match, everyone. I've been getting names mixed up, and I'm constantly thinking Omni Knight, getting Instinct and GangBangers mixed up. I'm sure they're not going to be too happy. But I apologize. Not sure what's going through my mind at the moment. Anyway. We do have see him rotating up top. They're going to try and push all these towers in. We saw the Weaver. Yes, the Weaver picked up the Aegis of the Mortal because he is a pretty squishy carry at the moment, and he has been picked off pretty easy. But the Shadow Blade picked up on the Juggernaut, so he's going to just try and find out another stealth kill, get that Omni Slash going. But we should see GangBangers try and push it in, try and force a fight while they're still at it. Well, they've got the Aegis up. They've got the Aegis up for another 5.5 minutes. So you'll be looking forward to seeing GangBangers just try and keep as much pressure on possible. They might come down, take out this tower, force a fight at the tower. We've got a smoke up by Instinct. They're searching. Rubik's hiding. The smoke's been dispelled. They know someone's around here. He's found him. He's got the open runes off. The Revelation Ward's come down. 2 hits, 3 hits, not going to be able to finish off those rest of those hits. They finish off the Lone Druid. Lone Druid was caught out of position. That's going to force GangBangers 2 back. We got Juggernaut waiting on the side. Totally didn't say Omni Knight then. Anyway, we got Juggernaut coming flying in. He's got level 2 of his Omni Slash. He's ready to do some serious damage. We might see him pick up that level 3 before he comes around. We got Weaver hiding in his favourite forest again. He's got a Sakuchi. He's hiding. Do they know he's here? They don't know he's here. They're going to be waiting for it. He auto-attacks. He accidentally auto-attacks. He's going to run through this sentry, but he's going to get out alive. The rest of his supports are unfortunately way too far behind. We see an Omni Slash coming onto this Lifestealer, and he's gone. Juggernaut did pick up that level 3 before he came back down to pick off that Lifestealer, and that was just enough by itself to pick off that Lifestealer. So his farm's starting to get pretty strong here. His net worth is 9.5k. That's a lot, considering the next highest for Instinct is only at 8k. He's gonna spin that missile. He's thinking about turning around, but it's not worth it. There's 4 heroes missing off the map. 3 heroes missing off the map. He thinks they're gonna be backing him up, so he's just gonna back it off. Play it safe. When Instinct reveal himself again, he'll be back pushing this top lane, which he's going back to do right now. Speaking of the devil, he's got the double damage in that bottle. Instinct are going to let this tower go down. They're going to have to wait for a beautiful initiation by this Magnus. He's just picked up his Blink Dagger. So, looking to see a 5-man RP here. Or 4-man, because Juggernaut will probably be on the other side of the map. And then come across and pick them all off. So, where's our Weaver player? Weaver, there he is. He's got the Aegis up and running. He's got it for another 3 minutes. So, they're not rushing things yet, especially after that one did get picked off and put back a bit. But look at this Lifestealer. He's only at 6k. He's behind by a fair margin. He's got 1 kill to 4 deaths, 8 assists. Venomancer sitting 6 for 1. That's solid effort by the Venomancer. Looking at the last hits, we got the Lone Druid and the Weaver sitting on top. Their farm's fantastic. Juggernaut, his farm is going fantastic as well. Their 3-man carry build is working out for him at the moment. Other than these team fights, well, I wouldn't say team fights. Instinct's been picked, finding them in group. We have a 3-man RP. Cooldown's gonna be thrown down. Rubik's gonna run into the cooldown. He's gonna fall. Visage will fall very shortly after. Magnus did sacrifice his life. Lone Druid's got 1 more hit left. The Omni Slash comes flying through. It's not gonna be able to do too much damage. We'll see a spin coming out. He'll pick off that band. Invisible pop. Dust is pop. They're still searching for this Venomancer. He's going to be picked, but he's got the haste. So he's going to be able to get out of there pretty easy. The stun is not going to be able to latch. He's got to spin that out of time. They're going to turn around on this Weaver. They should continue going for this Juggernaut. They'd still have the power, but they're going to turn around. This lifesteal, if he armlet toggles, he's going to lose down to about 200 HP. We've got Sakuchi going to come fire through. They turn around. They're baiting him out. They're turning him back around. They're going to pop that Aegis. No! They're not going to be able to get it. That's... Omni's Juggernaut will come out. He's not going to be able to armlet toggle in time. So, the stun by the Familiars being able to hold the Gyrocopter in place long enough for the Juggernaut to come through and finish him off. Weaver played a fantastic role there. He just got out of range of that Vision. Vision there, he was here. He got around, came back in, turned around as Lifestealer was about to armlet toggle. We have a Shockwave and a Skewer coming, not being able to find that Weaver in time. Weaver's gonna limp back to base. Except when he Shakuchis. Come on, I want to see your limp. There we go. He's got broken legs. That's what you want to see. We've got some decent farm down bottom. We'll possibly... Magnus is going to go down there. He should leave that for his Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter does need as much as he can get at the moment. He's picked up his Yasha. We need to see... He's going for that little bit of survivability and speed with that Yasha. Might see him look at going towards a MKB later on in this fight. He does need the damage. His survivability is fine at the moment. It's just his damage. He doesn't have enough damage to just be able to rip through GangBangers yet. So we do see a group up in mid again. We got a smoke coming out. Magnus is going to miss out. He's going to be one sad... I actually don't know what animal that is. I want to say seal with a horn. I want to see a Fiend's Grip coming down to the Juggernaut. He's gone invisible. They throw him down the ward. He's gone. Great pick off by Instinct. Being able to find Juggernaut, who did, I think, stack the camp for him. So they're going to get the camp as well. And the Aegis will be running out very shortly. Yep, the Aegis has ran out. So we'll see Instinct grouping up, trying to push this tower. They got 50 seconds to get this mid tower, and they'll be able to win it. Lifesteal, Weaver will be pushing this bottom lane. Top lane's been pushing as well. Got TP coming back for Gyrocopter. He'll be picking up about 10 creep kills. Help him get his farm going again. Look at the net worth. Juggernaut's still on top by 3k gold. Sitting pretty, sitting high, sitting fly on that 3k extra gold. Which isn't too much, but every little bit helps. That's his Aghanim Scepter. 3k, that's half his Aghanim Scepter, so it is quite a lot of damage. So, speaking of Aghanim Scepter, he does have the Aghanim Scepter up and running. His slashes have jumped to 12 jumps out. How much damage you do per jump? You do still roughly 200 damage per jump at 12 jumps. That's 2,400 damage if you're alone. That is even more death. That's 2 people dead. Possibly 3 people dead if they're all standing together. Just watch that Omni slash next fight. Once that goes off, people will be popping all over the place. Unless they were for Quake Wave, we might even possibly see a Necronomicon come out soon to try and help with those slashes. Get some of those slashes off it. It would be a bit of a strange pickup, but you never know. You see that sometimes Necronomicon's been picked up, or you just see them group up. Fantastic. Probably a Manta would probably even be better. So we might see Gyrocopter actually work towards that Manta to try and get those jumps off him if he does get initiated upon. As that would be a good idea. So see Lifesteal rotating to jungle. He's got his armor, he's got his drums. He's going to start working towards... He's got his Ogre Club up and running. So we'll probably see a BKB come out by him. Unless... Yeah, I can't see him going for Sanjay or the Heaven's Halberd. I think the spin from the Juggernaut does go through that Heaven's Halberd, so it will remove that debuff. So we'll be seeing a BKB coming out by that Lifestealer, going up for as much magic defense as possible, which is kind of strange. We see the Familiar spotting out this Lifestealer, so he's got to be careful. I don't think he spotted the Familiars, however. Juggernaut's probably gonna... I thought there was an Omni slash going off. I was like, what? But the illusions just like to make a lot of noise as well. Scumbag illusions. So, Lifesteal's got to be careful. If he does get found out, he will die. As we see, the Juggernaut is going to be looking into that jungle for that Lifesteal, and he's going to find him. Daylight vision. Yep, he's going to be found. Rages up and runs away from that illusion, but he did get spotted. He's got to run for his life. Gyrocopter, get out of there. Don't go in there. Used to, if either of you walk in there, you're gone. Gyrocopter's playing with fire. He's picked up his ultimate orb. He's got enough. There's another illusion coming through, and they're going to see a lot being popped onto this illusion. They're going to realize, oh, they're going to realize this other one. And then the real Juggernaut's just going to stealth in there, pick off someone in the backline to whoever's struggling behind. As we see mid tower's being pushed by this Weaver, they're going to have to force the TP back by the lifesteal. Now there's 4 against Lone Druid. Lone Druid's going to come out and try and find this Venomancer. He's going to get 1 hit, 2 hit, second hit's going to be entangled. No, it's not. We see pick off on this Visage. They're looking for this Juggernaut. Juggernaut's getting his Omni Slash off. He's doing a lot of damage. And those slashes. Those slashes were able to rip through that lifesteal. Nothing lifesteal could do about it. We see a pick off there, 3-man pick off on the backlines of GangBangers. We got Instinct turning around. They're going to try and fight this Juggernaut. Will they be able to get him? Do they have Fiend's Grip on running? Fiend's Grip has been popped. Juggernaut will get that bans. That's 3v2. We don't have an RP up and run. We've got a Shockwave onto the time-lapsed Weaver. He's going to turn back around. He's got a Demon Edge up and running, so he's doing a lot of damage. Juggernaut's still trying to finish off this Juggernaut. Juggernaut's got 4 seconds left on that Shadow Blade. The Invisible... Will he be able to get it off? One more auto attack. He's got the Shadow Blade off. They're going to try and chase him down now. He's out of there. They're going to turn around. Gyrocopter wants to save this Venomancer's life. He's going to turn around. There's going to be a lot of damage coming out. And he's going to secure you away. He's going to try and get away. Will the Vanilla get in time? No. Not going to be able to get him in time. So, unfortunate for Instinct. They won't be able to pick off this Weaver. The Juggernaut gets away with 1 auto attack from that Gyrocopter. Would have finished him off, but he gets away. You see the Manta picked up by this Gyrocopter. Unfortunately, if this lifesteal did not get picked off in those backlines by that Omni Slash, things would have been a lot different. We could have seen an entire team wipe against GangBangers. However, lifesteal was out of position. Juggernaut was capitalizing on it. Now we're going to see Roshan fall. We'll probably see, I'd say, Omni Knight. No. Wow, Omni Knight again. We'll see the Juggernaut pick it up. And so he's going to play extremely aggressive now. He's probably just going to Omni Slash in and just man fight his way until he dies. Take everything he can. Protect his Lone Druid, who's been picked off in every fight. But Lone Druid's still managing to get a farm up on him. He's still got 10k. He's still sitting higher than that Lifestealer, who's probably died 5 times now. He's 6 times. 2 for 6. It's not what you want to see on your Lifestealer. Gyrocopter's sitting on 6 for 2. But his net worth isn't on top of the leaderboard. Juggernaut's is flying high. And yes, I've said flying high many times because I like the saying flying high. So we do see a push coming on top. They're going to group up. Instinct mapping out where they think they are, and they're absolutely correct. They're going to be pushing this top lane. We've got a ping coming out on the Weaver. Weaver's picked up his Reaver. We've got an RP waiting. He's got to push in. Not going to pop that RP yet. He's just trying to skew him back, try and get as much damage as possible. We got a Gale coming out. We got Omni Slash flying through onto the creeps. We got an RP popped. It's not going to hit. It's going to hit the Weaver. It's not going to be able to do too much. Wasted RP. Bane and Venomancer are going to fall. Jacob's going to turn around. BKB up. Not going to be able to do too much damage. Weaver's going to try and man this fight us up. He's got a lot of health. He's going to find this Magnus kill. He's going to hit them with final hit, and then time lapse back out. He's not going to. Oh yeah, the lifesteal's not going to be able to do too much. So it was a 3-for-1 pick-off for GangBangers. Got a buyback by the Magnus. Magnus does not have that RP up for another 80 seconds, so I can't see too much what he's going to do. He's just trying to buy back, scare him off the tower, be able to throw some of that damage out, clean up some of those creeps. Juggernaut is going to have to play it careful. He's still got the Aegis up and running on him. He doesn't have to Omni Slash. He doesn't have a spin. He's going to man fight this in, and the damage he pulls off is enough to bring down that Gyrocopter. He's going to respawn. He's going to fight this up. We might see Lucky Entangle. Lucky Entangle's not going to be able to get off. We've got a TP support coming in by the Gyro did buyback. We do see Lone Druid picking off that lifesteal. Lifesteal getting that. Fall into that Lone Druid who gets a double kill. Juggernaut's going to be able to pick up that Magnus. Juggernaut's going to run for his life and get out of there. He's got Omni Slash up in 20 seconds. He's sitting around. He's got the Enfeeble on him, only reducing his attack power 120. He's just going to laugh at that. He's still got 100 damage to play with. Gyrocopter is only doing 100, only hitting for 160 normally. He's got that Manta up, trying to help against that Omni Slash of Juggernaut, and it's not going to be able to do too much. He doesn't have that damage to be able to keep winding down the enemy heroes. We have Omni Slash coming through again. He's popped that Manta. He's going to be able to take some of those Slash stuff. His big head beat up. He's going to fight. Juggernaut's been Fiend Script. They're going to try and fight him down. Do they have enough damage to do it? He's got 3. They let go. We're gonna see Bane throw out that brain sap and he's gonna survive. Familiar's chasing him down. He's not gonna be able to do enough damage. The Familiars have ran out of charges. We got Soul Assumption. Not Soul Assumption. We got the Grave Chill. Being able to do a decent amount of damage. We're lifesteal TPing in. We've got a smoke going up to try and get that speed to run away. We got Sakuchi constantly coming out. They don't have anything for him. He's not going to dust him up. He's not going to try and chase him down. He does have that time lapse if it did happen. The time lapse could have pulled him back in front of this ward and they could have chased it. They do have 2 Revelation wards down, so... Oh wait, no, they're not both Revs, are they? That's strange. Okay. Well, they both say Rev wards, but one says it's... Was it always like that? I don't know. Anyway, we do continue looking at net worth. Juggernaut's in the lead. Gold graph, almost 15k in advantage for GangBangers. XP, 20k. It's an up steep climb for Instinct. Unfortunately, the game has slowly started to come out of their hands. They were doing fantastic, but they won't be able. But this lifesteal was being. Where is this lifesteal? I'm talking about you here. This lifesteal was being picked off in the backlines, picked off in the lanes, picked off in middle. I think he died 3 times in middle against that Juggernaut. So, unfortunately for lifesteal, he's behind by a major. He's behind by a lot. And that's not what you want on your lifesteal. Lifesteal starts to pick off at about that 20-25 minute mark. But because he's just been consistently set back, he's not picking off at all. He's stagnated. And now we do see a smoke up. They're going to be looking for a kill. They might find this little druid out. The Invis rune get picked up by the Rubik. And they're not going to be able to find anyone. Roshan will be up in 6 minutes, so there's still a 6-minute timer. We probably won't see GangBangers rotate in until they pick up that Roshan, get that token, make sure they're not giving away. They're going to play it safe. They're just going to keep farming it up. They've got the advantage, so play at the advantage. Instinct, they're stuck in their base. They're not being able to get any farm. They're not going to be able to get any gold. They can't even move out. Their jungle is free for the taking for the Dire side. Dire have map position. Instinct, yeah, they can't do too much at the moment. They're just going to have to wait and sit it out. They can't leave their base for the fear of that Juggernaut ult. And they've got nothing to... They can't counter it at all. None of them have any Ghost Scepters. They do have that Manta, but Manta can only do so much. The Manta did put Gyrocopter behind. If he did pick up a MKB or something else, he'd be able to do quite a lot more substantial damage. But then he'd be fairly a lot weaker. Because he does need that 10 extra strength for... I think that's about 150 HP? I'm probably wrong, but it's around there. Or thereabouts. Juggernaut, yeah, he's got a fantastic farm going on. He's going to be saving for that buyback. He'll be buyback ready in about 200 gold. We do have the Lone Druid's got buyback, or 700 gold actually. So we do have the Lone Druid. He's got buyback. There's no buyback currently available by Instinct. Still 16 seconds on the Magnus, 30 seconds on the Gyrocopter. If GangBangers can hit at this time, they're going to have a great opportunity. There's not going to be any buybacks on their major heroes. Lifesteal is 900 gold short. Gyrocopter's going to be short. Magnus has just picked up. He's just got his buyback ready. So now we've seen the Enfeeble come out onto the bear. See the cooldown, trying to clean up the wave. That's going to be a fairly wasted cooldown. They're going to have to wait for 40 seconds. 40 seconds GangBangers can initiate here. They got a fair bit of time up their hands before that cooldown's coming off cooldown. We hear a Fiend's Grip out on this Weaver. Weaver's not going to fall though. He's got a time lapse this. He didn't time lapse. He'd already used his time lapse. Wow, great pickup on that Weaver. And now they're fighting in bottom. We see a counter Fiend's Grip by this Rubik. We see an RP up onto that Juggernaut. Juggernaut's going to spin around. He's going to be able to turn this around. He's going to Omni Slash away. The Omni Slash doing a lot of damage. Tower will fall. The racks I'm in. Fadebolt coming through, finishing off that Gyrocopter. Now we've got Juggernaut trying to chase him down. He's not going to be able to find those last two. Lifesteal does pick off the Lone Druid in the background. Visage turns around and just soul catches that poor Bane. Bane will fall. Juggernaut's going to be able to find that mid tower. Visage is going to be able to run away. They're pinging to try and save this tower, but it's only ranged. It's not too important at this stage. They're now 2 racks behind. They're quite heavily, they're still quite far behind in that XP and gold. It hasn't changed much since we last checked it. According to the scoreboards, we're quite close, but unfortunately GangBangers, well, fortunately for them, they're quite far ahead. Juggernaut's just too far ahead to be able to be dealt with at the moment. He's just, you need like at least 3 subs at the moment to be able to control this Juggernaut. Sitting on level 24, he's just too far ahead. He's got 6 levels over the Lifestealer, 7 levels over the Gyrocopter. He's substantially far ahead. His illusions and the bear are just going to be able to drill down his barracks. They're going to lose this barracks, try to push him out of range, and they're going to just turn around, use your bear, pick it off. Who cares about your summon? And we see Rubik stealing that shockwave. Shikuchi coming in. He's going to be trying to find this kill, and he's going to possibly find this kill on the Bane. Bane's going to fall. We see the cooldown come through. The mech's going to save the Bane, actually. Never mind. Spoke too soon. Omni Slash is going to take 3 hits and finish him off. We're going to fight all over the place. Everything's split up. This Juggernaut's doing wonders in the meantime. RP had to be popped. He's going to skew her away. He's got the wrong thing. He's going to turn around one shot. No, he's going to blink out of there. Omninut's not going to be able to. Juggernaut's going to be able to pop off that Magnus. And now all the racks are dead. Mega creeps for GangBangers. We saw a pick off in the backlines by those creeps and the bear from the Lone Druid. Lone Druid is turning around, trying to fight this back up again. Gets a Lunky and Tangle off on this Magnus. Magnus will fall. Venomancer will fall shortly after. Gyrocopter finally did get picked off by the Juggernaut. And we see the GG's getting called by Instinct. So, it all came down to the early game. GangBangers had a fantastic early game up on their Juggernaut. He had three full kills in that 15-minute mark. He was able to start working towards it. He did a great choice in that Aghanim Scepter. The Aghanim Scepter was able to help him find those kills from those out of positions. Even right now, I still was kind of out of position. I still was just caught out of position one too many times. Been picked off. He kind of fed up that Juggernaut. Juggernaut was able to capitalize on actually the entire team of Instinct being out of position. Instinct played a great team game. They were able to win most of the team fights, but just because Juggernaut was finding those heroes out of position, he was able to farm up enough to be able to go 18 for 4. They didn't put enough pressure on him on mid lane. Their first gank failed, and so they just thought, we're not going to try it again. They just gave up on it. They needed to keep harassing that Juggernaut down. Juggernaut did get farm. It did end up winning it. I probably would have liked to have seen the rotation out and have not the lifestealer in mid, possibly have him down in the bottom lane and work towards with that lifestealer, with the Venomancer. But yeah, he did go mid. Gyrocopter probably would have been better in this instance to go mid as well. With that flat cannon would have been harassing that Juggernaut off the lane. They would have been able to do too much for that Juggernaut. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. They should have rotated. They didn't make the rotation. They did play a great teamfight game, but they just weren't able to hold on to it in. Juggernaut got too fat, and Juggernaut was able to carry it. So, thank you for watching another Dota Yoshi presentation. We will see GangBangers. They will be able to hold their position on the ladder of 7th. Instinct will have to try and get another day to get that position off GangBangers. And thank you for watching.